too much for Morrison. Maybe that was not a good idea for Morrison to go 2-on-1 that early in the match.
I mean, you also, you know, the storied history between Morrison and Miz. Morrison, of course, turned on Miz, and ever since then, Morrison's career, the dude has been a first ever Grand Slam champion in WEDF, but the Miz, he's not that far up behind him. It's pretty hard to say.
Well, you have to, you are showing some lack of respect for the Miz. He crawled his way up his own self as well as Morrison.
Here's the thing, Morrison, after turning on the Miz, had huge success. Again, you mentioned he became the first ever Grand Slam champion. Basically racked up all kinds of accomplishments. And when the Miz saw that, he essentially mirrored everything that Morrison did, and it's actually paid off for him.
Well, Miz went after Shawn Michaels.
Well, I wouldn't say mirrored quite exactly, Homer, but I mean, what I'm trying to point out here is I'm trying to point out that when it comes to deciding who is the better man between the Miz and John Morrison, you absolutely can't tell, because these men have both been almost equally successful with each other.
Here's what I meant by mirrored, and Frank Dog actually mentioned this before. They both feuded with Shawn Michaels. They used that momentum to push themselves into winning the United States Championship, I believe, and then using that. And then using
misses wildly with the Pele.
That was pretty. But anyway, using that, they moved themselves up into the WEDF title picture, where they were able to capture the title, and so that's what I mean by mirrored careers.
But here's an interesting note for all you misfits out there. A match that led Miz to the WEDF Championship, at least how he got the shot at it.
Survivor Series.
Exactly. He defeated John Morrison one-on-one.
All those months and years of frustration of the Miz came out against John Morrison. Morrison was just no match. Miz actually outwitted John Morrison.
We're having a WrestleMania 2 preview right now. AJ Styles and John Morrison, both men in the same. Flash kick right there from John Morrison. AJ is down. He's in trouble. Cover. One. Miz quickly breaking that up.
Miz with the save.
Oh, Pele! Where did that come from?
That time it connected 100%.
AJ definitely did get all of that.
Well, look at Morrison.
Oh, look at this nice combination.
STO.
Oh, what the hell, Morrison?
Oh, and look at that. Miz just hits the barricade.
Accidentally took out the ref as he still hit the Hollywood Star press, but no ref, no cover. AJ still gets his shoulder up as if nothing happened anyway.
I don't think Morrison was aware that the referee was taken out.
It was an intentional situation, but... And look at this, he puts him into the tree of woe.
Oh!
Midsection exposed, but Morrison. The athleticism, look at this.
Also, Morrison is too good at the leg work there, just easily kicked AJ away. Trying to get for the flash kick.
Oh, wow.
AJ tried to avoid, but Morrison homed in on him and still got the full effect of that flash kick.
The flying chuck, if you will.
Morrison just very athletic, just changing position in midair.
Looks like tagging in Stone Cold Steve Austin, and what the fuck did I just see?
You just saw a double kip up.
No, but for Morrison, it makes sense, but from Stone Cold Steve Austin, I don't.
Nah, I get what you're saying with all the injury history.
Standing C-Fire. And here we go.
Tags in the Miz.
Oh, we have another huge WrestleMania 2 preview again. But again, Austin and Miz, they've been in multiple tag team matches. The one match that's going to matter to them the most is when we get to the big showdown, when we see the living, breathing version of Rocky Balboa and Apollo Creed coming to life. WEDF champion, The Miz, takes on the #1 contender, the 2011 WEDF Royal Rumble winner, Stone Cold
I'd say this is more like the match in Rocky 6 when Rocky came out of retirement. But
I wouldn't say that quite, because Austin has been a machine in WEDF. Austin has been on hiatus or anything, you know?
I'm not taking anything away from Stone Cold Steve Austin. I fully believe that at WrestleMania 2 he's going to do it. You know, he's going to, once again become the champion. But
notice how Miz is actually slamming Austin on his neck using neck breakers. He used it early in the match.
Oh, there's also that bad.
If I'm Miz, I would want to target that neck at all times.
I'd also want to target the legs while we're at it. See that?
That knee brace is completely visible. That might as well be a bullseye for any veteran fighter, for any veteran wrestler that is against.
Wait a minute, Austin! Quick snap there, but Miz still kept up.
Back suplex by Stone Cold, and another clothesline. Enough with the cheap shots already.
Look at this.
Austin doesn't even care about the match. He just wants more of the Miz. He can't wait to WrestleMania 2.
Luthez press.
Well, I provide the distraction preventing Stone Cold from
AJ Styles takes advantage.
There you go.
He took advantage of the distracted Austin there. What a phenomenal clothesline looking deal that was from AJ. Just so many flips and twists. It was unbelievable. Almost like watching a three-ring circus happen live in front of you. Makes you forget you're watching wrestling sometimes.
Miz actually does Austin a favor and throws him back in the ring.
Look at the teamwork between AJ Styles and The Miz.
I mean, it's not surprising. Two arrogant, egotistical pricks working together.
Oh, man.
It was a nice, he pretty much threw him from the top rope for that splash.
Almost a page out of AJ's playbook, kinda. With that aided crossbody.
You can tell Stone Cold really needs to make a tag. Wait a minute.
Oh!
Look at the counter from Austin. Pulls up the last bit of strength before going for the quick tag. He gets in Morrison.
He had that signature clothesline that Miz does well scouted and got that counter, and of course Morrison now on fire as he hit that drop salt there.
Wait, Miz, no, counter after counter, and Morrison.
Tilt the wall backbreaker to the WEDF champion. The Awesome One is in trouble as the Guru of Greatness goes for the cover.
Miz, kick out.
No. AJ Styles with the save.
Thank goodness.
That is textbook tag team wrestling at its finest.
What Morrison Piz Miz here?
Well, you'd have to. That's huge momentum for his match with AJ Styles. Not to mention, Morrison would be in contention for a future WEDF Championship match.
Oh no, I'm about to see this nightmare happen.
Is this going to be the Starship Pain? No. Is this what he's thinking about?
Roll out of the way. Roll it, no!
There it is!
The next 100%. Knocks down AJ Styles. He's going to go for the cover. Could we see the end of this?
One!
No!
Just picked the WEDF champion!
AJ Styles, you
Morrison with
writer.
Ton of momentum for his match with AJ Styles.
I hope Morrison kicks your butt at WrestleMania 2 for not interfering and breaking out that pin right there. Ridiculous.
It's funny how you just turned on AJ Styles when you were supporting him the whole match. Good job, Frank Dog.
Ridiculous. You should have broken it up.
He couldn't! Morrison was smart. He knocked him off the apron. And because of Morrison's wise decision, he has just pinned the WEDF champion, albeit in a tag match. Nonetheless, John Morrison, ladies and gentlemen, has pinned Raw's World Champion.
Not to mention Stone Cold Steve Austin also wants to win this victory. These two men are clear favorites now. They have the momentum.
Stone Cold still has yet to pin Miz, though.
But if he only has to do it at WrestleMania 2 for it to count.
The question is if he can. And unfortunately, Josh, we got this shot out of you. Bad camera angle. Anyway, we're about to run down the card for WrestleMania 2. What a show it's going to be.
This is the biggest show that WEDF has ever seen. And I am just so excited for this entire event. I mean, I cannot be more excited for a single show. I've never been this excited for anything in my entire career. WrestleMania 2 is going to be big. Starting off
Royal.
The Battle Royal Vivian verse is going to take. We're going to see who's the best. Of course, I'm pulling for Vern Guyton, but that's just.
And then we have the United States Championship match. Matt Icorn, or MVP defends against Matt Icorn, JBL, Sheamus, Booker T, and Kane. That's absolutely going to be.
This is very, very personal. Extreme rules between Zack STARR and Jeff Hardy. This could potentially be a show stealer.
Well, it was last year when Jeff Hardy faced Rob Van Dam in that same match. Could it be the same this year?
ECCW has some action on the card. We have Smokey and a partner that you quickly found out was Wu-Tang Man. They're going to take on the Legacy.
Yeah, Wu-Tang Man coming out of retirement for one more match.
And then Booyaka Boom. Kofi Kingston and Rey Mysterio. Rey Mysterio, Kofi's selected partner, taking on the monstrous Jericho.
And here we go, Intercontinental Championship, fatal four-way, four corners elimination match. And we saw Dolph Ziggler stand tall.
I will defeat Dolph Ziggler, Rob Van Dam, and Evan Bourne, but not less.
ECCW match, the ECCW Championship.
And these two nearly killed each other on the past.
To end the conspiracy rumors by taking on Wade Barrett.
Those two nearly kill each other.
And this is absolutely going to be a show stealer. The phenomenal AJ Styles taking on the first ever WEDF Grand Slam champion, John Morrison, in what's definitely going to be a match of the year candidate.
This has turned very, very personal. Once friends, now disposed, and Rojo has become obsessed. He wants to beat Sin Cara at his own game for the TV championship.
Another huge match on Raw. Very personal. We saw it earlier. Randy Orton and Samoa Joe are going to flat out brawl. And that's set to be a huge personal match.
Alberto Del Rio and Bobby Lashley. This whole thing between the Mexican aristocrat and the former Intercontinental Champion, it's all been building up, and they're going to go to WrestleMania 2 to blow off that steam.
Oh man, Triple H, Brock Lesnar. The Cerebral Assassin thing getting sledgehammered and owned by Brock Lesnar the past two shows. Can Triple H bring game on?
The $1 Million Congregation looks to prove themselves by taking on Edge and Christian in the Edge and Christian's Playground, the tables, ladders, and chairs match.
And then the Monsters Ball match, one of the matches that I personally can't wait for. The big bad Mark Henry looks to make Abyss join the Hall of Pain.
But Abyss is a monster who fears nothing.
And this match, oh my goodness, this is definitely going to be probably match of the night. CM Punk, Straight Edge Messiah, taking on the immortal Hulk Hogan.
Wrestling's past against wrestling's future.
And the streak is on the line once again. The Undertaker will defend against his toughest opponent in his entire career, Goldberg.
I love how you made that sound like a championship, by the way.
This is, hey, the streak might as well be a championship.
And on my first time ever in history, Shawn Michaels and The Rock, and this has quickly become personal, as Shawn Michaels wants The Rock to bring it. Rock proved it after that rock bottom. It's all.
Mr. WrestleMania looks to have another great match in the World Heavyweight Championship for SmackDown. The Olympic gold medalist Kurt Angle defends against his toughest odds yet, the Chain Gang Commander John Cena and the Savior Danny Jackpot.
Never give up, C Nation. And of course, the main event. This is the match that we've all been talking about. The Miz, the WEDF champion, will take on the Royal Rumble winner, Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Both men have overcome many obstacles to get this match. It's all going to come to a head at WrestleMania 2. What a show it's going to be.
I have goosebumps. I am so excited for that.
Nobody can wait for this to happen. Atlanta, Georgia, WrestleMania 2. Be there.